to rewind it back less than 24 hours or so. How did this all, I mean, I guess we saw some of it go down with you in terms of how you found out you were coming here and just kind of what was that process?
I announced my own trade. It's sick. Brilliant.
So how did this, I mean, were you surprised? And obviously it's Milwaukee and a lot of ties here. So just how did you process that and think about the move?
Man, it's been, NBA world, obviously as a player, everything happens so fast, obviously. My time with the Sixers was great. I built some great relationships there. I was playing some of my best basketball I think I've ever played since I've been in the NBA. But obviously, trade deadline, this was the only trade I was kind of surprised by. I didn't see this coming, this came way left field, but I'm fortunate that, at this age that I'm playing this type of basketball, teams still want me. So I'm very fortunate in that aspect. But to leave Philly, come to a contender team, a team that wants to win, a team that is built to win, I'm fortunate, very fortunate.
What does it kind of mean you're what this team has been missing, that point of attack defender?
Yeah.
Doc talked about not just your communication, but your attitude, the edge as well.
Yeah.
To know that all of that, it was sort of desired and needed here. I guess what does that kind of feel like as you walk in and try to adjust to the basketball part of it? That they just wanted all those intangibles too.
I mean, I think the basketball part is easy, right? I think for me the hardest part is like, me going from the locker room, Philly, heart and soul, to a whole new locker room, and being me, implementing my, my passion I have for the game, implementing my IQ I have for the game, and it's not a lot of time to practice a lot. It's not a lot of time to kind of you got to do everything on the go. So me coaching on the sidelines, giving guys my, some advice. It might come off kind of strong because we don't have a lot of time, but I'm here to win. So I'm here to do whatever it takes.
Eric Name, The Athletic. I guess one thing Doc had talked about earlier was that when he went to Philly, when we went to LA, he needed to bring culture in. He said he felt here it's pretty well established. You kind of mentioned that there. How do you try to find the line of doing what you do and making sure that everything that they do here, you're not, I don't want to say upsetting it, but to try to find your place, I guess?
I mean, the way I go about things, I'm not going to make everyone happy. I'm upset some people the way I, hold myself at a high standard, and I expect everyone else to do the same. So, my approach is very strong, until you really get to know me, But once you get to know me, you understand, hey, man, the only thing he does is want to win, But, Doc, when Doc got the job, I was excited for him. I think I was, he told me I was one of the first people who texted him when he got it, and I look at it like, a coach who's come here, his first move trade deadline was to come get me, I look at it like that. So obviously I tip my hat to Doc, man. Doc, it's like Pops, man. I mean, I'll tell y'all some crazy stories, man. Me and Doc been in the trenches together for many, many years. So, you got your Pops calling you back, and, it's all love here.
How much does it mean to chase a championship for you? I know this is something.
It's the only thing for me. Only thing left, right? Only thing left for me. Obviously, when it comes to IQ and knowing the game, I know it in and out better than a lot of coaches. But I think my next, what is seal it for me is a championship, right? I earned a ton of money in this league. I played with a ton of players, a ton of superstars, and right there, come up short. Injury here, come up short. 3-1 lead, come up short. So I'm to end this legacy as a championship. Only thing.
Jamal Collier from ESPN.
Nice to meet you again.
Yeah, you mentioned about Doc and just relationship with him. I just kind of want you to ask you more about that and just like how would you describe your relationship with him through the years, and why do you think him coming into this situation? Obviously, you ain't been here, but like in this mid-season, like why do you think that's something he can succeed in? I guess.
I mean, obviously, I can't speak on the past. Obviously, I don't know the coaching staff that was here before, but I can speak on the past with me and Doc. You got to think we made the Chris Paul trade. I'm the point guard. Replacing Chris Paul. You know, everyone told me in the past he's the hardest on point guards. So coming to a team where we weren't, you know, that talented, man, he was riding me to death. Oh man, he was so hard on me. Oh man, me and Doc used to go at it, but you know, I understood his vision. I understood, you know, what type of player I can be if I, you know, let go myself and, you know, more into the system. And when I did, I became a different player. You know, I became a full point guard then. You know, me listening to him, his wisdom, what he has to bring, his knowledge of the game. And then after that, once I let go the reins and kind of like absorb everything Doc had, my game just went to a whole nother level. I was able to go to other teams and play some, you know, pick and roll, you know, with elite level. My assist-to-turnover ratio is, you know, at an elite level, and that's all because of Doc. You know, he's, man, and I used to go home with some nights, man, this motherfucker Doc, man. But man, he's, you know, I've learned so much from him. You know, even when, you know, I was on other teams, I text him, you know, any type of information I can get from him. I've always reached out. So, yeah, me and Doc's like a, you know, like a father-son relationship. So I'm happy to be back with him.
How do you go about establishing chemistry with these guys just coming in February?
Yeah, I think that, you know, if you're all about the right things, right, you know, I think everything comes in and kind of falls into play. I don't think it's kind of forced, right? You guys work with other colleagues. You know, if you all guys are on the same page about, okay, cool, we go do it the right way. I don't think it's animosity. Obviously, you might step on a shoe here and there. You know, you might take a coffee that's not yours here and there, right? You feel me? You know, in the lunchroom, you might eat. You know, let me close my mouth when I chew a little bit. And I don't want to disrespect anybody, right, on the work scene. But that's all comes with the work scene. But as far as collectively putting the best product out consistently every single night, I think that's the most selfless act.
Jackson Gross, brewhoop.com.
It's a hell of a name.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just wondering, I saw your tweet from earlier that you were hoping the campaign would get his physical done early so you could be here.
Yeah.
Just what was your excitement level just trying to get in and try and play tonight and get to know some of your new teammates?
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't want to beat Denver Nuggets my first game. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. You know, I want to kind of, you know, okay, cool. Let me see what's going on with Charlotte. Let me kind of get back out there. You know, let me get my routine up under me. I mean, I got 8 suitcases in the hotel still unpacked. You know, so I'm just trying to get my legs up under me, trying to, you know, learn everything off the go. Obviously, I'm trying to be myself. Obviously, I'm trying to be a good teammate. You know, within the last, I don't know, 10 hours. You know, so. I mean, I met a ton of people today. I remember some. I don't. They try to get me the access to get in the gym. I told them the only thing I wanted to focus on was the game. So, fortunately, we got to win tonight. Thanks, Scott. Subscribe.